there's a train to nowhere. I'm at the railway station, and why? Because there is a union strike of the engine drivers, and it creates kind of a chaos in Germany. The unions strike for a few days now, and it will go a few days more, and it's the second time in the last weeks that they're doing this big strike. Personally, it affects me in some way. I'm not traveling by train, but I noticed that more cars are on the highway or the autobahn when I have to go to work. So, and what is this union strike about? In general, the workers demand more money, better rights, something like that. What is the interesting point about the strike is that this union is very powerful. It's a very small union of the engine drivers, but when the trains don't go, then complete Germany is a little bit shut down. Some people claim that those unions keep Germany as hostage, but I don't think so, because most of the trains run. The union strike only affects the bigger city trains, not the local trains, and also not the logistical trains for stuff and things like that. And for me, the interesting point about the strike is the media, because the media creates a lot of hate against the union leader and attack him very direct and personal. And there is also in social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, some people want say that this union leader should go to prison, and even some want to kill him. And what is this all about? The law or the government want to release a law where they cut in some way the rights of the smaller unions. And so the union protest not only for higher wages, they also protest for the right, for the workers' right. And the government want to cut out the small unions and take away their right to fight for the worker. And what I really don't get is why the media is so upset and creates so many hate against this union. Sure, it affects people. They cannot go to work and stuff like that when they rely on the train. But when workers fight for the right, I think the media should support it, and also a lot of ordinary people don't support it. And that's, you see a split, how capitalism splits the people in some way. Other people cannot go on a strike with the unions because the union is too weak in most work fields, or the general thing is that big companies just say we outsource the labor to cheaper countries. But you cannot outsource engine drivers, you cannot outsource pilots or doctors. So these are the only unions left that have some power, because when those people no work, it has an affection, because you cannot outsource this work. And I think the ordinary working people should support the strike in some way. First of all, it's the right of the people to strike, they're doing nothing illegal. And the second thing is, people often complain outsourcing, low wages, and how bad politics and big companies treat the workers. But when then some workers do a strike, they listen to the media that creates so much hate, and it goes out of hand. It's not anymore that people, you can criticize if someone should strike or not, but the media creates a really bad image. And then I wonder, when I read those newspapers who now fight the strike, in some way they're saying, see, the normal trains are running with the stuff and the goods, but no the public transport trains. As I mentioned, only the local trains. To say, Normally a lot of newspapers attack the union leader very personal and very direct, and I think it's not anymore a critical point, it's a really personal issue. And then when you read those normally those newspapers and those medias claim to be for the ordinary people and worker rights, but when it comes to an issue where it affects big companies, then you know to whom those newspapers really belong and listen. So, and then a lot of people get the affection from this media and get upset and create some personal hate or something about the strike. But I think it's the right of the union to strike for the workers' rights. And in a world of globalization, every ordinary worker, and it don't care if it's in construction or an office or whatever, should stand united, show solidarity, and not be a slave of corporatism, big companies and capitalism and globalization that try to separate and split the power of the workforce in some way. I mean, everybody say it affects me and this is sucks. Sure, it's right, but the bigger picture is lost. If we stand as a single, the big companies can break us easy. It's like a hand and a fist. A finger you can break easy, but a fist is hard to break. And this is why the people, or why I support the strike, and I can deal with it when there are no trains are running. And it's a common right, and people should be glad that still workers and unions out there that fight for their rights. So thanks for watching again, guys. Till the next time. Cheers.